Sure.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nina. Happy birthday to you.
And
more.
At least 20.
You're out
That's what Nina says.
At least 20 more. At least.
At
Yeah.
least 21 times.
That's right.
You bet. You know, do you remember the time that we were up? We were up to Bear Lake. It's been what 30 years ago.
Oh,
and we
dated.
were all in a condo, and Nina was mad at Julian, and she locked him out of the room.
That's a good thing.
And they were in the upper celestial.
No, that was
wasn't it?
Marcella and Lamar that were in
Oh,
this
they were in the celestial.
Well, they were in an upper room.
They were
They
in
were
another
up in an
room.
upper room.
They were in
Okay.
another room, and we
Are you filming?
I am.
and we
This is for posterity forevermore.
we heard this little Nina, let me in, and then pretty soon we heard knock, 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 Nina, let me in. And then we waited a few minutes and Nina, please let me in. And it went from very mild to very unhappy, and we couldn't believe how long it lasted because he kept saying, Nina, let me in. Nina, please let me in.
Well, did he ever let her
Do
in?
you remember that?
Did he finally get in?
Yeah, he finally got in, but we've laughed so many
And
times. over
Lamar
that.
Polton, he would laugh and tell that story. And he would try to imitate Julian.
And he didn't embellish at all, right?
Oh,
No.
it was so
the truth.
It was so fun. It was fun too.
Well, I'm surprised
That's
to
a
hear
good
this, because I had thought they were the example of model
Example, yeah.
domestic.
Well, this is a rare occasion.
Because how many times did Nana say, I have to go home now? It's time to go, because Julian's home. He was, I mean, I'm surprised.
And how many times would Nina get jealous of anything that Julian is?
Ellen started telling that I thought she was going to steal my story because we were also up at Bear Lake and we made a big pitcher of lemonade. We all had a glass and we were out sitting on Barbara Patterson's patio. And here comes Nina with the halves of the lemons on her elbow. And we said, Nina, what are you doing? And she says, I'm bleaching my elbows. I thought that's what he was going to do.
That's good.
Are you going to give yours so you can leave? Well, I know, I might decide to stay. It just sounds like
You're on
so
a roll.
much fun. I wanted to say to Nina, what an example that she has been for me. This is not a funny little story, but I followed her as Relief Society president. And I was so scared. I thought, I'm not educated, and Nina has got her degree, and she's a home economist. She's so qualified. She just does everything so perfect, and I've got to follow Nina. And it was hard. It was hard for me because I thought that I had to follow her footsteps. And when Lamar Polton called me in, I told him, I said, I can't do it. I'm not qualified. I can't follow Nina Rasmussen. And he said, well, then you better start qualifying yourself.
Oh.
And he says, you're not to follow in her footsteps, but you're to make your own. And I thought, well, that was good advice, but I was a little hesitant because I looked up to Nina, and I thought that she was a good Relief Society president.
Oh.
She was.
That's
sure
a nice
was.
thing to say. I've been one for 3 years, and boy, I felt that way when I was following somebody. I just thought, there's no way. The bishop said, well, we just want low-key, and I thought, oh, good. I can do low-key.
She's always so generous about everything all night.
She is.
I go over to take her a can of Coke or something, And then I end up taking half of her garden home.
Yeah. We've all
You
been
better
recipients.
qualify that.
Beets
That
and
is
corn.
Julian's garden.
Well,
Nina just
Nina
has a
gives
harvest.
it
it's Nina that's out there with the shovel. Bless her heart. She digs up the carrots like they were just pull out. You know, I can't even dig the dirt.
Well, as you can tell, we're a bunch of talkers. And one time, Miriam Preston said, "All right, ladies, you each have 15 minutes to talk and no cutting each other out. And when you get through, then the next one gets to talk." But we do have a lot to say, and we've just really enjoyed being together. And my first, not impression, but I was Nina's counselor when she was a president in the Relief Society. And she was very efficient and very thorough and very pleasant. And I learned a lot from her. So that has been, how old is Jill?
Don't date us.
35?
Day or
Yeah,
two.
Something like that.
37, 38 years ago.
Wow.
But we've still remained friends, haven't we?
Yeah.
You look like it to me.
She was not only very efficient, but she's funny. Remember the time we were in Hawaii, and we'd gone on a safari somewhere, and we're out in the middle of this wonderful park, and I don't know how to get it started, but here was on cluck, 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 acting like a chicken.
Oh.
Do you remember that time?
I do.
Oh,
There were a lot
and
of chickens around.
The more we did it, she did it, the louder we laughed. But one other thing, I remember all the times when we used to go, and you went with us, I'm sure, down to Canyon, not
Moab.
Canyon, not Moab, where did we go?
Canyonlands.
No, not Canyon.
Apple Valley.
Apple Valley, that's what we called
Been too
it.
many places.
And, well, we went down there every UEA, remember? And Nina and Julian were always there, the life of the party, and Nina, she would make cobblers that, you remember those
Yeah.
big pans out of the apples we'd go gather.
Hmm.
We've had wonderful times over the years. I'm like, let's see, okay.
You know, one thing I learned about Nana, long ago, she never says anything bad about anybody.
That's
And I
true.
said,
She
Nina,
really
I
does.
really admire you because you never say anything bad about anybody. And she says, well, I made up my mind a long time ago. If I couldn't say something good about somebody, I wasn't going to say anything at all. So if she doesn't talk to you, uh-oh.
Or about you.
In trouble.
Well, she can take ribbing also.
Oh, yeah.
And she had
And when we have been to Hawaii and we would have food left over, or she wouldn't eat all of her food because, she doesn't eat a lot of the steak and she doesn't eat a lot of the roast beef, and it's a little difficult to chew. And Nina will say, "I'm having soup," and then she'll say, "I've just got enough of that left, I can have it for breakfast."
Yeah, she still does it too.
That's right.
And-
Or she takes it home to Julian.
But she loved ripe bananas.
Oh, every time I see a ripe banana, I think about her.
She loved
Oh,
ripe
right.
bananas. And also, she would eat the skin from the fish.
Mhm.
And she was very frugal with foods. And she said that's the way they had to do when they were growing up. And she doesn't like to waste. And I appreciate that. I appreciate
And one time when we
that.
were over in Hawaii, she bought a sushi. And she brought it home for a surprise for all of us. And
Oh, no.
None of us could eat it.
Oh, dear.
Nina ate the whole
Every
thing.
day.
So
Oh.
bless her, she's been a great friend.
Speaking of food, the year we were sent up to Alberta, to the temple, we had a big garden, and I was looking forward to all these tomatoes that I was gonna can, because we just hadn't had any home canned tomatoes for the last 5 years. And I said to her, one thing, I just can't get my tomatoes. He said, I'll do some for you, I'll do it. And she did, and we just really enjoyed the bounties of her garden. And we rationed them for, one bottle a month. But and she was always, she was always very good about writing letters and sending cards, and she's a good friend.
She is.
Very generous.
Well, you're a good
friend.
friend.
Very generous, very generous.
We've always thought it was so much fun to share our birthdays, and when I had a granddaughter born on my birthday, Nina just had her nose really out of joint, so she made arrangements to get a granddaughter on her birthday. So that's always been fun to think we have the same day.
As you remember how this group started, I was to have a birthday, and Nina decided to have a luncheon, and we were all invited. And after that time, we just kept getting
I wasn't
together.
old enough to go.
I was,
It was so long ago.
and we were in a different world then. in
We
different
really,
state.
weren't you all here?
They weren't here yet.
I guess all of them aren't charter members, but
No, I'm not a charter member. But I feel like
Well,
You just had
you
fun.
should feel very special because we just don't stretch out this
Well,
group.
I'll tell you
don't.
what.
To just anybody.
I do, and I'm really glad to have it.
Now
Well,
we'll
you
let
know,
Lorna
Bob
finish.
Preston said to me, I used to attend Bonnie on, I think it was Thursdays, that you took Thursdays off. And they would go skiing.
Yeah, we do.
And Bob came by to pick up Bonnie this one day, and she was there playing with Tamara. And he said, he said, you ladies ought to get together and do something once a month. He said, he said, Marion needs to get out.
Did you
And
finish
So
your
we
story?
did.
That's
He's
all
a
right.
very
I
well.
thought that was,
Yeah.
that was so nice that he thought about Marion and wanting us to get together as
He
a
knew
group.
who I want to be with.
And
Well,
so it was my presidency and Lorna's or Nina's presidency that we melded together. You remember that?
Well, yes, and we had, there were originally 12 ladies and 12 husbands.
That's why it was TNT.
And that started it, and Nina was so
nights.
wonderful to start that.
And who came up with the name, the Thursday
Well,
night?
That
Well?
was easy to tell you. One of us had a turn, and we called Mary Sorensen at her work to come, or to put on her calendar to come to club. And she put on it Thursday night, 12, and she abbreviated it TNT.
So it was Mary that
And
did that.
that started our name.
Did you see it on her calendar or something? Is that?
No, she told
Oh,
us.
she told you.
When she told us, we said, "Oh, the
It's a good name.
TNT group."
Good.
Yeah.
That is, and it's been for
And
a lot of
TNT now
years, a
stands
lot
for
of
something
years.
better.
Oh,
We had
what does it
Donna,
stand for?
Is
Oh.
gone.
Now we need it.
Did you finish
Of course
your
we
story?
have
Next?
I think that's.
She's
enough.
probably ready to.
Well,
Oh no, this is great.
but we had the.
You don't have to keep it all.
We got so that we would have our group that we got together, but then we included the husbands.
When
and
they
we would
were
have
nice.
dinners,
Yeah.
Occasionally.
and that was fun. And then, but it has started to go down.
I remember the days when we all brought our crocheting or our knitting
Yeah,
or
we
some
did.
handwork.
Our darning
Well,
and
yeah,
the
darning and
days we
everything
darned.
needed. Yeah. But that's gone by the board. But it's sure fun to have the support of everybody.
Yeah.
We had a great trip to China, and your mom and dad. Of course, it was the time that, let's see, who was it? That
Julian
was
and Maxine.
and Maxine were in Hong Kong.
Mhm.
And if Nana hadn't have pushed that, I don't think we'd have ever gotten to go. Oh, that was a fun time.
And we all
In
went as a
spite of
group,
a few
just
problems.
about.
Except,
Almost
Now,
everybody
did you
went.
finish what you had to
Oh,
say?
she had something.
Oh,
Well, I think it's all right.
Oh,
That's
we'd
all
like to
right.
hear it.
see, Marion makes
Shirley.
sure everyone gets their 5 minutes. She's keeping track.
That's fair. Well, that's fine, but we
Well,
have
we
had
have some fun trips.
Oh, yeah.
Lorna and Kent organized a trip for us to go up to Canada.
Mm.
And,
The liver.
Yeah, that was.
to see
Uh,
the
That
liver.
was
And this was after your dad was getting, oh, he wouldn't want me to say that, would he? Older in
You
years.
can say it.
Cross it off, will you? So they,
I'll make something else then.
okay.
But that was really a great trip. And that was the last trip, I guess, that Dean
That's the last one.
Was able to go.
was able to go on. And what a fun memory,
It is. Oh, that was
you know,
a
to
fun
have of
time.
that.
I can always see us running down the hall in the street in the rain, trying to get into a building.
Went to
Oh,
the
it
Calgary
was
Stampede.
pouring rain.
We slept overnight with Corky and Helen instead of going clear out to my sister's.
Well, the thing
was
is,
nice.
It was really joyful, and to have all of those, how many were there, 14 of us? But anyway, time we were able to see Nola and Merlin, who were temple presidents. Nola had a dinner prepared for us, and she fed all of us a salmon dinner.
Mm.
Oh, it was delectable.
That was a
That
special
good.
time.
Yes,
Sounds so good.
It was so nice, and you were so hospitable. You took us over to the temple, and we went on
Yeah.
the grounds and into the foyer and the
It was
visitor
great to have you
center,
there.
and that was a lovely time, a good trip.
So for how long were you there? You were
We were there for
Mission
3 years.
presidents.
No, no, it's
Yeah.
How long was
at
that
the
trip?
temple.
Oh, golly, a good week and a half.
Pardon?
isn't it, we've got it turned off now.
No.
It was her
Oh.
Do you want it turned off?
Well, just before,
there was
because I have one
12
more
hours.
suggestion, just to make.
Oh, do you want me, you tell me when to turn it off and I will.
Oh, we probably
Yeah.
are.
Well,
Ready?
Nola
I'm
said
sitting on
something
the
though,
video.
Priscilla Cahoon used to be in this group
Yeah.
also.
Mhm.
Before they
Well,
went to
Donna
Mary
Sorensen.
Sorensen and Donna
Donna
Peters.
Yes,
Yeah.
So now there are 9.
yes, but Priscilla's still
And-
living, and
And
Marcella's,
Marcella,
Yeah.
we're sorry
Yeah.
about that, but Nina, she had to go on she's leaving tomorrow for Branson, so it was going to be hard for her. to-
Marcella is?
Yes.
Oh,
So that's why
that
she-
sounds
What's she
fun.
going
Well, at
to
least it's
France
something
for?
fun.
They've been
With her
out
with her
brother.
brother.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh.
Well, it's nice to have someone say, come and go.
Sure.
Well, it's sure nice to have Jane here.
Oh, it's so fun to be here. I feel like I'm young again. Just brings back memories. I remember Mom talking about, I think it was the cabin, maybe it was up in Park City, staying up all night long and laughing. You guys didn't ever go to
Do you
bed?
know who was the cause of that all night?
Can I tell a story about your mother on that one?
Yes.
She and I slept together that night.
Did you actually
She-
sleep or?
Well, we didn't sleep very much.
No.
She made a lot of noise. This one, they were banging pans.
Oh, well.
We were just
Jumping on the
teenagers
bed.
then.
No, it was fun.
But we've had fun with
Wonderful.
dinners, we've played cards, we've played games.
Been on trips, had parties.
We always
Yeah,
have a party at Christmas time and have had forever.
yeah. Well, I want you,
Local outings, we've
Oh,
gone into the
yes.
mountains to see the
The
autumn
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah.
yeah.
Taking our children up. Were you one of the children that went, did we take her as a leader
No.
of the play in the leaves?
No, it was.
It's probably Jill.
Those two.
It was
Yeah,
Connie
those two.
and
Bonnie
Bonnie
Bonnie,
and
that's right,
Tamara.
that's right.
Yeah.
Jim.
That's where we had our
Jim.
really exciting Christmas.
Yeah.
But we have gone up and had supper on Monday evenings or
Well, we've been to Springville, to the
Or
museum, and
breakfast.
to Idaho, to the, not Idaho, but what's this, Ogden up here. For
What is
the-
that?
For the, yeah, the
Somewhere.
gun, we saw the gun collection up there in the
yes.
railway station.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's time we did another,
We do.
Few
We
things
did,
around
yeah.
here.
Haven't had a party for a week, we gotta have a party.
well, yeah, you did without us.
Well, you know, my friends and I have been, I guess we took up your tradition because we've been traveling for 17 years together.
I did.
And we have an acronym, PARKS, Perfectly Aged Romantic Kindred Spirits.
Oh,
And so we go on a trip every year and we've just kind of copied you guys.
okay.
And now my daughter Kelly started that with her friends, my married daughter Kelly. So it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you started a tradition that's,
It's a
Great for
wonderful
women.
support system.
It is.
A
That's-
wonderful.
it is. We tell our husbands they've saved a lot of money in therapy.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Just let us talk
You
and
always
we're
have
fine.
got a shoulder you can cry on if you need it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. When you know almost everything about each other and you still love each other, and
Right.
it's such
Well,
a
really, I think I feel closer than my sisters.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
talk and confide.
Yeah.
And
Where I don't
have
always
any
with my
sisters.
I'll have to tell something about Marcella being she's not here. After Lamar died, Marcy was going to take the first week, and Denise the second week, and Steve the third week, and Craig the fourth week to invite her to dinner and family night and to take her someplace during the week. And Marcy lived in our ward for a while, and she stood up one day in Relief Society and she said, you know, she told about it, how they had it all planned out. And she said, you know, I found out that my mother has the best support system in the whole world, and she doesn't need us kids to plan her life. And it's the TNTs, because we were so close,
yeah.
always together.
That's right. You're our role model.
Oh,
You're our ideal.
we're fun.
You are.
I
You are.
remember the year I was invited to come, Priscilla Cahoon was having it at her house, and she called me and she said, would you like to come? And I said, I've got to go to a PTA meeting. I was president of something or other. I've got to go, and maybe I'll come later if it's early enough. And she said, okay. And it was too late, and I didn't go. So the next morning she called me and she said, she really gave me the bawling out. She said, you don't know what a good group this is. And you're really special to be able to be invited. And now you need to do something different.
Fix your priorities.
Well, Lorna has had us over on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yes, we've had fun.
And we've had dinner at your place for New Year's Eve, and we've had the Rasmussens, and of course, Julian always has to go home.
But Nina doesn't, does she?
No,
But
no.
Nina, she'll stay and be with us, but Julian's got to go home and go to bed.
Well, it's not you. He does that to us too. He stayed at my house once for a whole hour and asked Bob if he could be excused, and Bob said yes, you can.
I can get.
Well, she's a real
So-
special person. And
Well,
just
you're
love her.
you're
Yeah.
the reason we thought of you, because you're the most important people in her life, you and her family. So
Well, sure.
And then the Twilla group and the Springfield.
yeah, but you know, they're not up there with you
Nina
guys.
has a lot of friends.
Yeah.
She
has
does.
a
She
lot
values
of
her friends.
and we
Yeah,
love
there's
her.
one thing I have to say though. Nina, we're all together and we're talking about you.
Yes.
We've never done this before, we've not been here, we've never talked about you, but today we're talking about you. And I think that's fun.
But not behind her back, because she'll hear
Get
it.
to see it, but
Yeah.
that's
Well, this is
Well, thank
with
you.
love.
Well,
Marcella.
thank you.
And she'll be
We
over
really
in
appreciate.
within 5
Oh,
minutes.
Marcella. turn it off
Marcella
then.
is.
Oh, okay.
Turn it
Okay.
off. Marcella's
Very-
so
I'm sure that
cute.
She just
She
has
does.
it.
She looks darling. She always dresses, and she is. Oh, she always dresses so youthful and just really.
Goes with her spirit. doesn't
Yes,
it?
yes, yes. Yeah, she is. She's a choice person. Julian is darn lucky.
That's right.
I love to cuddle up with these arms around me and go to sleep.
And I just have to throw this in. Don't film this.
No, okay. Oh,
We don't want to use all your video. People,
I've got plenty.
people will be laughing.
We were over
It gets boring
in
after a little while,
England,
unless it's
and we
up.
had young Julian and Maxine and the baby was with us. And we went to this up in the lake,
Lakes District.
lake area.
Mhm.
And we had gone to this lovely,
Oh,
lovely
Oh,
pub.
Was, yeah.
It was the
Oh,
pub
yes.
with the dining room at the back.
It's an old one.
And it was so quaint. It was wonderful.
That's
And
my
so we
favorite.
all ordered, and they had duck, and they had all different kinds of English foods, and so we ordered, and then Nina ordered trifle. And boy, let me tell you, when that trifle came, it just was wonderful. She thought that was just the greatest.
And it just reeked.
And she
It probably
was
had rum, right?
eating that. She was eating that just every morsel. And I thought, she's going to get right down there with her tongue. She was scraping that bowl.
loved it.
She was just scraping that bowl, getting all
The good flavor.
of
Did
that,
she get high?
of
I
that
had
flavor
culture.
from that trifle. But we laughed and we kidded her about how
I was
she
sitting right-
enjoys
She likes.
trifle.
Well, that's good to
I
know.
was sitting right next to her and I said, Nina, that trifle's going to have liquor in it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And she thought it didn't have.
She had herself
Like
convinced.
Beck said.
I bet it did. I bet it had rum in the
Oh,
bottom.
it did.
Because when we lived in Scotland, they made that every week. And if you're not LDS, boy, they've got the rum in there. It's definitely.
Well, she enjoyed it.
That's
We
good to
all
know.
enjoyed it. It was a fun evening. It was a fun evening.
The thing that's very interesting is that you as our children don't realize that we have been through every pregnancy with each other, every sorrow, every joy, every wedding for our children, and it's just been a wonderful association.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't
I know what
what
you're
I would
saying.
have done when Garm died without this group, because they just took over a lot of empty space in my life, and with Randy too. You just have them there for you all of the time.
And support group.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good support group.
Well, they take,
Yeah, that's
we
for
take
sure.
each other as we are.
Yeah.
And we don't have to pretend, and we can be ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Jane said, we know everything about each other and we still love each other.
That's right. And every time you get together, you don't have to, you just pick up from where you left off. You don't have to
Yeah.
reacquaint yourselves or anything.
Oh, no,
You're-
it's just
Yeah.
the next sentence.
That's right.
Or even the middle of
Somebody
it.
for you. Wasn't it Nina that we had a party one night up at Park City and we were supposed to bring something for our husbands or our wives as a gift? And didn't Julie bring Nina's holy underwear? Was it Nina that brought Julian?
I don't remember.
No, I don't remember.
Different party.
I can believe
Must've been
that.
something.
But you can believe it.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
So do you have lots of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Marcella sit here and I'll sit over. Do you think the
And I'm not
Thomas will ruin
Ann called and said she's
Let
going to
me
be a
so.
little bit
Look,
late.
let's let Marcella sit here and then
That
she
works
just
out good.
put the rest of
it? I don't know, then you sit there and I'll sit.
well, someday you'll have to just write it all down in all your spare time. That's the problem. No spare time.
I'm sorry.
With the traffic and, oh.
Front and center.
Right here.
sweetie.
It's your turn.
Hi.
How you doing, dear?
Well, I'm pretty
Can you get
ragged
through?
on this. Okay.
You're on candid camera.
Yeah, we've all said our piece, so.
Yeah, so now you're on the spot.
And
Yeah.
No, this is.
We
It's
have
so great to
painted
have.
your name in vain. And
I know.
Not really.
We've been reliving our last many years together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of
And
years
Nina.
together.
Nina.
So did you ever figure out what year the charter members started?
Yes, absolutely. We
Okay.
have to know how old Jill is,
Oh, okay.
because
That's when it
the
started.
reason we left the Relief Society is Nina was expecting.
Jill.
And as
I
soon
think
as
Jill was born in '63.
Well, Tamara
Six, seven.
was
I bet she was
just turned 38, and Bonnie's just
She-
turned
so
38.
younger
and-
than
36
my
years.
Jill.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So
she's
36
months
years.
old when we
Yeah.
went into the Relief
Probably.
Society.
Actually,
Jim was born in '60.
and I think I'm correct on this.
Oh, well.
We
she's
built our
not
house
really-
36 years ago, and we'd already started meeting together.
Yeah.
Because Bonnie's
Before we
60.
moved up into our house.
Okay. So it was 36 or 37 years ago.
least
At least
that,
37.
Wow.
because we
We'll
went
have to have a
great.
60th anniversary.
Well, that's right.
There we go. There we go.
we don't need an
We have
excuse
to
for
have
That's
that.
right. That's right.
For us.
we don't need an
Yeah.
excuse.
No.
That's
I
right.
see what you're doing here.
Mhm.
I just want to be a snap one,
We're
huh?
just talking about Nina and Julian.
Yes, and they're.
Or any of your memories. I'll make a copy of
Oh,
this.
don't make any of our memories. We may be here till, for a couple of years. So
We
it's
have, we
just,
have book club tonight, so we have.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Yeah,
Marcella,
turn,
can you
Marcella, yeah.
think of anything that you'd like to say about Nina?
I just cherish my friendship with Nina. She's a wonderful woman, and I have learned an immense lot of things from her, not only for homemaking and all kinds of other things, but just her example is she's such a lady
She is.
and so dedicated to what she knows is right. And I've always
Yeah,
appreciated
she
that
really
in her.
is. That's true.
Yeah, that's nice.
It is.
And it's nice to hear this while you're still alive.
Yeah.
I was thinking, who's gonna be 80 next? So we better have something to live for.
Does anyone want to volunteer?
We have quite a few people say, you've been together consecutive for all of these years. They can't believe our friendship is so solid
Yeah,
that we have gotten along beautifully.
yeah, it is. It's great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we travel and people say to us, "What? How come all you ladies get to be together?" And we say, "We've been doing this for 18 years." So they just say, "Oh my gosh," you know. It's just amazing. Not all women get to do that.
To have a good group of friends.
Yeah.
that
That's
they
true.
can
Well,
relate
we've
to
none-
so well.
Moved away, we couldn't leave the group.
That's true.
Well, everybody wants to uplift each other. And I have never heard anything negative said about anyone in this group. Never.
Well, there's just nothing negative to be said.
That's right.
Or I was just going to say, well, let's see, we better start thinking.
It's been a fun time.
Well, as far as your kids know, you're all perfect. So you know,
Right.
Of course.
don't say anything to change that.
Well, she said, speaking of Nina, she's raised a wonderful family.
Oh, yeah.
She has. We have said
Well.
that many, many times. What a wonderful family.
We're not perfect either.
Guess what?
We're kind of normal, but you
Don't
know.
tell her that.
I know.
She thinks
she's a little
everyone
deluded.
of her children are perfect,
Oh.
as we all feel that about our own.
Yeah.
And
I
she
don't
loves
know,
those
I see a
grandchildren.
flaw once in a while.
Your own or somebody else's?
Well, in all of them.
Yes, but you know, we can sure overlook
Oh,
these things.
absolutely.
Love them in spite.
But Nina
That's
loves
right.
those babies. She loves to
she
be
does.
able to rock those babies when they come to her
Yeah.
house.
She's a baby person.
Yes.
Well, you are so nice to do this. She'll be so surprised. We're going to show it to her on the ship.
We have one
Yeah.
last word.
Okay, good.
1, 2, 3.
We love you, Nina.
That's our
She'll
last
be
song.
thrilled.
Mom, you're not doing it right now, are you?
But we can edit this out. I'm just
Okay.
getting the headshot. Okay.
You're not just getting our legs, right?
This is Kelly and Kay and Jeremy being grandma and grandpa.
No, I'll introduce
You
it.
introduce it.
Me and Jeremy decided we were going to do a short imitation of Grandma and Grandpa. I am Grandpa and Jeremy's Grandma. Honey, I'm ready to leave. It's been 10 minutes. I'm out in the car waiting for you.
Okay, honey, go ahead. But don't eat that bacon.
Okay, that is over. Mine and Jeremy's most favorite story of Grandma and Grandpa, he wasn't there, but he's heard it third hand about 50 times, is when Grandma and Grandpa announced at their mission farewell that their dog decided to commit suicide just in time for the mission. It was the ugliest dog ever, too. But we wanted to tell Grandma and Grandpa that we love, how much we love them, how nice they've been to us, and how fun they are. And my favorite memories of Grandma, I was thinking for our letter, is times when, I can't remember if we were in St. George or on a trip somewhere where she was jogging after the car and I couldn't believe my grandma could jog. I thought that was awesome!
After what car?
Our car, I think. I can't remember. And our favorite trips are going to St. George with the family. We've loved doing that all these years. Me and Jeremy love that.
So
And we've always had fun having sleepovers at Grandma's house for our birthdays. And we used to watch Savannah Smiles and cry. And Grandpa would be down there crying with us. So I thought that was cute. So we want to say happy birthday to Grandma, and that we love her, and that we're thankful for both Grandma and Grandpa.
happy birthday. We love you.
Yay!
Yay!
See you.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay. I just wrote down some memories of things that I did with Mom and Dad regularly. First of all I've been on lots and lots of road trips with Mom and Dad to southern Utah, to Fillmore to see Uncle Frank, Memorial Day things and trips. So one of the things I remember on road trips was that Dad always taps along to the music with his thumb and fingers on the steering wheel. Dad is always pointing out geographical landmarks and historical sites and having me look at certain things, like he always played Lucky Lucky White Horse 1, 2, 3 with me, or the alphabet game. Mom was always singing the whole way. Whatever we were listening to, usually FM 100, Mom and I would sing, or she would have me read out loud to her sad stories that would make us both cry. Camping. Lots of camping trips with Mom and Dad. First of all, I remember being young and going fishing with Dad, and that his rule was whoever caught the most fish had to clean them, which of course was usually me. And I haven't caught a fish since. I also remember Dad always making great breakfast on camping trips on the grill. Bacon grease, eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. I remember that we always had the trout that we caught, and Mother would always batter it in egg and flour and fry it. And I remember sleeping under Grandma's quilts. Even though I didn't know either one of my grandmas, I remember their quilts. And I know lots and lots of stories of Mom and Dad's lives because I always asked them about growing up and their lives. Some of the values that I think, or hopefully that I have learned from Mom and Dad and express in my life are work ethic. Some of Dad's sayings are, one boy is half a boy, one boy is a whole boy, 2 boys is half a boy, and 3 boy is no boys at all. In other words, if you want to get a job done, do it without your friends. Dad also used to say, if you can't do what you like, then you must like whatever you have to do. And that you should always exceed your expectations of your bosses and do your best, no matter what. Another couple values that Mom and Dad always taught were to be honest, to have integrity and generosity, as can be seen by all the things they give away from their garden and all the people that they take care of that you don't even know about. I know for sure that Dad has had a couple different people in his life, even a gentleman recently who lived in an asylum or a rest home of some kind that Dad would go and visit and take care of. He also has always taken care of his sisters, particularly Aunt Mary Louise, in many, many ways.
Okay, let me stop you for a second. The reason to be able to see your beautiful eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I wrote down a couple different memories of things that I did regularly with Mom and Dad. One of them was road trips. I've always gone on lots of road trips with Mom and Dad to Fillmore to see Uncle Frank and Uncle Donald and Uncle Drew and Grandma Vanjie when she used to live there, up to the farm, or we'd go to Delta to see Mom's relatives, or just all over southern Utah in particular. I've gone on lots of road trips. And one of the things that Dad always did on road trips was tap his fingers on the steering wheel to the music almost the whole way. Dad was always tapping and talking on the CB, which I remember he still talks to the truckers on the CB. I also remember playing Lucky Lucky White Horse 1, 2, 3 with Dad, and Dad pointing out lots of geographical landmarks and telling about the history of an area that we were driving through. With Mom on road trips, we were always singing along to the music, usually FM 100, or reading stories, kind of usually spiritual stories out loud that would make Mom and I both cry. The second memory I wrote down was camping trips with Mom and Dad, since we did lots of camping. And I remember even as a little girl, Dad always getting up very early in the morning and letting me go fishing with him. But his rule was if I caught the most fish, I had to clean them, and I usually did get to do that. Then Mom, of course, would cook those fish up fresh. She'd batter them in flour and fry them in the trailer. Dad's best thing that he cooked on camping trips was breakfast. He liked to cook breakfast on the grill. Lots of bacon grease, pancakes, and over easy eggs. I remember sleeping in the trailer always in Grandma's quilts and hearing stories of Mom and Dad's growing up years and about their parents, my grandma and grandpas, and their brothers and sisters. Particularly since I was never alive when any of my grandparents were alive, I really cherish these stories. The other thing I wanted to talk about just briefly is values that Mom and Dad taught me, in particular growing up, and hopefully they're values that I have inherited and display in my own life. One of them is work ethic. This was always a very important thing, I felt like, that Mom and Dad taught us and made us live up to in our home. We always had chores to do, and we always had to have them inspected and checked off before we were truly finished. I remember one time in particular I had to vacuum the stairs about 5 times before they were clean enough. One of Dad's sayings about work ethic was, 1 boy is a whole boy, 2 boys are half a boy, and 3 boys is no boys at all. In other words, if you want to get your work done, don't do it with your friends over. He also used to say, if you can't do what you like, then you like what you do. And make the best of any situation, always do your very best job, and exceed the expectations of your bosses and yourself. Another thing that Mom and Dad emphasized a lot, I think, growing up that we all inherited is honesty and integrity and generosity. If you know Mom and Dad at all, they're very, very giving of anything they have, particularly their garden. They spend months upon months working in the garden and growing things just so they can give them away to the neighbors and the board members and their friends and their kids. They're also very generous with anything they can be generous with. I know Dad has had a couple different people in his life that have kind of been down and out, that he's visited, that he's given money to, that he's helped to support, and he's always been very generous with his sisters and brothers as well. Traveling is definitely something I inherited from my parents. I have a major travel bug. They've taken me many, many places in the world, for which I'm grateful, but it just makes me want to see the world more and more, and I'm forever wanting to travel and spend my money doing that. I also love to garden, which I'm sure I inherited from my parents, although I am not nearly as good as they are, but I do love to plant flower gardens and mow the lawn and weed and just play in the dirt all day long if I could. Something I inherited, I think, for sure from Mom is love of life and optimism. Sometimes I think it gets me in trouble because people don't think I take anything seriously. I have too much fun, but I think it's gotten me very far to have that optimistic view of life. I also have a love of humanity that I think I got from Mom and Dad, in that I accept people no matter what their situation or what they're doing. I think that's something that has really made a difference in my life, that you don't judge others, that you accept them no matter what they're in. From Mother, I learned to be very thrifty. Sometimes I save things I probably shouldn't, and I have a pack rat of a basement, but I am not quite as thrifty with food items as Mother is. I also sing through life, which I'm quite sure I inherited from my parents, and I love the arts. Mom and I still have season ballet tickets, and I still go to all the plays at the U, even though Mom and Dad don't anymore. From Dad, I know I learned a love of learning, or I inherited a love of learning. I love to read. I'm constantly reading or listening to books on tape or reading magazines that Dad has sent me. I love to see programs on the TV that help educate me more, and I know that's something I inherited from Dad. And I hope Dad realizes that he's a lot more educated than he thinks. I know he feels bad, he never got a college degree, but I think he's a lot more educated than he could ever have learned in college. I love you, Mom and Dad. That's it.
Yay! Jason and Marcy. Woo!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to you.
Grandma, we just wanted to wish you a happy 80th birthday. Big 80. We wish we could be there on the cruise with you, and we hope that you have fun. And thanks for being our grandma, and thanks for loving us. We love you.
Happy birthday, Grandma. Have fun on the cruise. Soak up the sun rays. And enjoy wherever you're going. which I don't know where it is, but it should be fun because it's a cruise. And thank you for just being you and the awesome person you are.
Yay! This is Kate at work in her beautiful Hawaiian
Hey,
hat.
Grandma, how you doing? Hey, Mom. Mom's holding the camera.
Kate's got a huge day going, lots of customers.
Let Katie talk, Jane.
Another day at TGI Fridays. How you doing, Grandma? Happy birthday. I love you. And
Sing.
no. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
See,
to
that'll
you.
sing.
Happy birthday, dear Grandma.
Happy
birthday to you.
And we were going to have a bunch of people sing TGI Fridays songs because I know, like, you know those because of Jill and stuff, but everyone's kind of recording. So, anyway, I love you, Grandma. Happy birthday.
Hello, everybody. This is the Harringtons. We're here tonight to wish Grandma a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom!
Happy birthday, Grandma.
We have to give our usual Harrington birthday songs.
Happy
Here we go.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma.
Happy birthday to you.
You've had another birthday, a happy one we know. We join the celebration because we love you so. Happy, happy birthday, we'll sing loud and clear. May you have God's blessings through the coming year. A birthday, a birthday.
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks for all you do for us. We're glad you're Mom and Grandma. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Bobby, do you have something to say?
Grandma, you're the greatest. We love you. Have a great birthday.
Mom, you're the best mom I've ever had and the best mom I know, and we love and appreciate everything you do. And hope this is a good surprise and a happy birthday, and we're excited about the cruise.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Let's cruise.
Happy birthday. The following is my family recorded giving different impressions and memories from Grandma Rasmussen on all she means to our family. Happy birthday, happy 80th, Mom.
Can you take your binky out and say something to Grandma? Say hi, Grandma. Say hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Say happy birthday.
7 on July 28th this year. What's your favorite thing to do at Grandma's house?
My favorite thing to do at Grandma's house is to pick things from her garden and then go on her back porch and eat them.
Hello, Barbara Rasmussen. What is your favorite thing to do at Grandma's house?
I enjoy sitting and relaxing like Mom always spoils all of us, and being able to sit and enjoy her beautiful flower gardens and Dad's vegetable garden.
Hey, Dad. What's your favorite thing to do at Grandma's house?
Hi, Maggie. My favorite thing to do at Grandma's house is to just hang out on the patio and talk about old times growing up there, and talk about my mom and dad's youth when they were growing up in Miller County, and just to be with my other brothers and sisters or my new family and have a good dinner out from the garden and enjoy Mom's good cooking. That's my favorite thing.
Listen is right now 14, first year of high school, and is turning 15 in December. What's your favorite thing to do at Grandma's house?
My favorite thing to do at Grandma's house is probably just sit and relax and eat all the fresh fruit.
Hi. No, hello. Hello. Hi. How are you? ABCs. D-E-F-G-H-I-K-I-L-O-P. S-T-V double X O-I-N-Z. Now, oh
just 11 and a half years old. What's your favorite thing to do at Grandma's house?
I think my favorite thing to do at Grandma's house is picking stuff in her garden and eating her raspberries and just being with Grandma and Grandpa. What's the thing you love most about Grandma?
The thing I love most about Grandma is she always loves to stay busy and keep herself occupied with quality things in her life. She really takes care of her mind and her body.
Hey Nick, what's the thing you love most about Grandma?
The thing I love most about Grandma is her enthusiastic attitude about everything.
Dad, what's the thing you love most about Grandma?
What do I love most about Grandma? I think it's that she's my mom. And she sacrificed years, 26 years of hardship putting up with me. And me complaining about food and cleaning my room and fighting with my brother Eric, who was always giving me a hard time. But the thing I love most about my mom is that she's a great mom and has always had a good attitude no matter what the hardship was, and that's what I love most about her.
Your favorite thing you love most about Grandma?
I like her cooking and her and I like how she lets us sing on the swings, and I like her love that she gives us.
What I love most about Grandma is how she's always helping everybody else and is always serving other people in the Lord, and I just love Grandma.
What do you love most about Grandma?
Hello. Hi, Grandma.
Thanks for being my grandma.
Bye. Bye.
What's your favorite thing to eat at Grandma's house?
I probably like to eat very best is her corn and her peas and her carrots and her zucchini and her onions and all different kinds of other things.
Eat at Grandma's house, Mom.
I love all the wonderful ways she cooks the fruits and vegetables out of Dad's garden and the variety that she has.
I like cookies.
You like cookies?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Dad, can you get off the phone for a second?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
What's your favorite thing to eat at Grandma's house?
My favorite thing at Grandma's house is pretty much any dinner she makes, especially her turkey dinners are fantastic. But one of my favorite memories of things to eat is... Oh, hi, Jenna. Hi. We're talking about Grandma eating at Grandma's house. I like date nut pudding, though, with fresh whipped cream. How about you? You like corn? Cookies? Corn?
Yeah.
Corn. Anyway, that's what we like. I love that stuff, and obviously all the vegetables and beans and cream and stuff like that. All right, I gotta get back on the phone, so I'll see you guys later.
Bye. Grandma's house.
Probably all the fresh fruit and vegetables that we have for every meal.
We're talking about maybe your favorite things to eat at Grandma's house. Can you tell us what those might be?
My favorite thing to eat at Grandma's house is I really like her fruits and vegetables and the spaghetti she makes.
What's your favorite dessert?
The ice cream and cookies. How has Grandma influenced you?
Oh, well, almost everything that's good about Rodney is influenced by Grandma. Anything from my testimony to having patience with children and a spouse to having a good attitude when times are tough, to being generous to other people when times of needs. Almost everything, Grandma's been a great influence on me.
Grandma been an influence on you?
a great example. A great example to me of how to work very hard and how to keep my ambitions high.
Influence on you.
Mom has always shown me a great admiration and love for Dad. She's always serving him and showing respect and love for him, and that's been a great example to me.
Tell us how Grandma has influenced you.
Grandma's influenced me by showing me how to serve others and how to be a hard worker. What's your first memory of Grandma?
I remember the first time I met Grandma, it was when I went over to see Dad after a day of school, and Grandma fixed us lunch, and I accidentally spilled my milk, and I quickly went to dab it up, and she came running to me, no, don't do that. And I was really shocked, and I didn't know what to do. She quickly scooped the milk up with a spoon and put it into Luther's dish, and that's my first memory of Grandma.
Happy 80th birthday, Grandma!
You. Say we love you, Grandma. Can you say that? Say, love you, Grandma. Say, I'm going night-night now. Here's my pinky. Say, wave bye-bye, Grandma. Wave. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Grandma. Bye-bye. Night-night.
Hey, Greg. Haley!
So we're like videoing all,
Really?
all neighbors that come over tonight. We're videotaping.
We're doing a day in the life of
So
Rasmussen.
how you doing, Todd?
Good. How was Florida?
Florida was wonderful.
I missed you. We had nobody to do anything with it.
We
Really?
wish you were our sales rep and that we were there. Not sales
We
rep,
went to see a
sales
stupid movie
manager.
by ourselves, and we just said it wasn't fun.
Oh, I feel like going
What
to
movie did you go
Kristen
see?
Saturday night. Let's go for Saturday night.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to see American.
Beauty. It got great reviews.
Have you seen it?
I saw Double Jeopardy.
And you thought it was stupid?
It was okay.
That's what Boss said. He said Mom ran it.
Yeah, it was okay.
So Davis, what movie did you
What are
see?
you doing with the stupid video camera, you moron? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Is this new?
No.
Well, then why did you have it out?
It's for Eric's mother.
What?
You know, we're going on the cruise in 2 weeks. And
No, I can't keep that cap.
we're going with the Rasmussens.
Uh-huh.
And like kind of the cruise you went on.
Yeah, with all family. Uh-huh.
And let's do it downstairs, Eric.
So what are you doing on the cruise? What are you doing with the
And
video?
so Eric's sister is, listen to this,
Checking it out.
we have to write our memories of Eric's mom for a book that Eric's sister-in-law is writing.
Yeah.
And then we also have to verbalize our memories of Eric's mom.
Oh, they're
and
going to
dad.
show this one night?
And, because Eric's sister's making a video.
In one of the rooms they're going to show this? You're all going to crowd in over there and see it?
She's planning on presenting it to them. On
It's
their
kind of like
videos.
your mother type thing, you know. It's
My what?
something like your mother, your family would do.
Like everything they would do. Hey, you got your pictures, honey.
Yeah, you haven't seen those?
I saw them. They were
Oh, but look, right here, we have a place to plug things in.
Cool. I like the lights.
Do ya?
Very cool. Yes.
Why are you recording
Very unique. I
with
like
the tripod, not standing?
I like those a lot.
I can tell you're recording because of the red light.
Good, Greg.
We're recording our messy kitchen.
Yeah.
Ow!
Hello, Mom and Dad.
Hi.
This is the Eric and Robin Rasmussen family. You know that. We're here to talk to you about This Is Stupid. Started out.
Just keep going. You can edit
you
it.
can erase it later.
You can edit it.
Okay.
No, Dad, leave it. It's funny.
Someone needs to fart while we're going.
Ellie, sit on Mom's lap. Mom, scoot over. I am squished.
We're here to talk to you about you, Mom and Dad, and some of our memories about you. And as I think back to some of the memories I have, I think the overall impression that I have is that I had a really happy, fun, secure childhood. And even though Dad traveled almost every week, and we missed Dad every week, Mom seemed to keep the family stable and going during the week. And so that's my overall impression of Mom and Dad. There's some specifics I remember about Mom and Dad. I remember Mom chasing me down the street. I can't remember how old I was, 7, 8. She wanted me to still take naps, and so she put me down for a nap, and I snuck out, and just as I was going out the front door, she noticed I was leaving, and I broke into a run, and Mom chased me all the way down the street, and my friends happened to be sitting out in their front yard watching this whole thing. And of course we live on a dead end, so I had nowhere to go.
Plus you ran fast.
I remember Dad coming outside one time as I was working on the motorcycle and in the front yard, and he was really giving me crap. And I said, "Dad, what's your problem?" And he says, well, after he thought about it for a minute, he says, I go in, I bitch at Mom, she cries. I bitch at Jill, she cries. You're the only one I can bitch at that won't cry. I remember Dad, well, if you're talking about a female dog, then bitch is not a swear word. I remember Dad giving me a half-an-hour lecture on how to back out, and then getting in this Cadillac and backing out of the driveway and backing right into a D9 cat trailer that put a big triangular hole in his trunk, and Mom and I laughing for about a half an hour.
Which brings us back to one thing Eric enjoys is how much, Mom, that you laugh at Eric's jokes.
Yeah, Mom, you're the only one that laughs at my jokes. I can't get my family to laugh at my jokes. So I guess if I have some good jokes, I'll have to give you a call. Because you'll laugh at them. Of course, you'll pretty much laugh at anything, which is good. I remember the trips we took with the trailer. I remember especially the trip we took in the Ford station wagon all the way back to New York City. That was a fun trip. I got to drive. I was about Greg's age, maybe slightly older. And I remember we took when I was driving, I took a wrong exit in Chicago and we headed the wrong freeway. We had to turn around. Gosh, there's a lot of memories. What do you guys remember?
Well, I just want to say, Mom, how much I appreciate the love you give us and the support you give our kids with block walks and buying magazines and all the different endeavors that they're involved in. And I remember you kind of had a thing where after we were married, you said that you would tend our first child a little bit. I remember I saw Tupperware and you took care of Bo, and you're so good with babies. And
even if they're 18.
And you know, I know I've told you this before, but you are such a good health example to your family. I always tell my classes in American Heart how you could be the poster child, that you exercise. Everything I teach, you do. From portion to everything, portion control, exercise, and I tell them you're 80 going on 60, and you did a great job with Dad when he's had health problems and changing his diet, and you, I don't know of many things you can't do.
Well, go ahead, Dan.
I like the fresh vegetables that
Grandpa
you
grows.
pick, and I like that you're home and Grandpa, and I'm thankful and I'm glad and stuff.
Speak a little louder, Haley.
And really love you guys.
Okay.
I remember when we stayed at your guys' house when my parents went out of town, and we had beans or vegetable soup, and I loved it, and I still do. And I'm glad that I can help you and Grandpa mow the lawn, and that you always come to my concerts and support me there, and it makes me feel good and loved, and I'm glad you're my grandparents. Oh?
I remember when I was really little, I think it was before we moved to California, I'd come over and stay at your house, and I remember like going with you out into your garden with you and Grandpa and just going around and picking weeds and picking vegetables, and just remember that I really enjoyed that, and I'm glad that I can help Grandpa when he needs it, and just glad that you're my grandparents. I love you guys.
You're really good examples to our kids.
Yeah.
And to us.
I am, now that I think a little more, I'm glad we had a garden. I kind of miss not having a garden here, but I always know that there's a garden down at Grandpa's. And working in the garden, learning how to work, I think the most important thing that you both taught me, Mom, Dad by precept and example, and Mom by example, was the ability to work and how important it is. And I get asked by my partners, do I live to work or do I work to live? And I think I do both. I love to work, and yet the work provides an opportunity for us to go and do the things that we want to do that are fun as well. It seems like when we go on trips, we come back. I guess we work on our trips too, don't we? We come back tired, more tired. I come back to work to rest. So I'm glad you taught me how to work, even though sometimes you had to kick me in the fanny with your big size 8 shoe. What is your shoe, Dad? 8, 9, 10? I don't know. Or I had to cut down a switch sometimes, so you could give me a little smack on the bum. I remember all the times Mom protected me, some of the secrets that she kept about my juvenile record, and even though Dad knew all the time, he pretended not to. But I appreciate that, Mom, that confidence and confidentiality. I just had a great childhood, and I've had a great life, and I think it's because of the foundation that you gave me. Mom, I'd get up in the morning and you'd cook me, fix me anything for breakfast that I wanted. You really took care of us. You made sure we had clean clothes, good food, stability when Dad was traveling. Dad, you taught us how to work, and I appreciate your expressions of love, both in telling us and also the physical love that you gave us, the hugs, the kisses. Those were very important. And one thing I remember about Dad, if we ever got in an argument or we had some words or he got mad or did something, Dad always took the time to come down after and talk about it and apologize if it was his problem. And I appreciated that. That was a nice thing to be able to talk to Dad after we had some words. Always made me feel good. Go ahead, Hazel.
I'm glad that you make us parties and your birthdays there, and that you can invite all our aunts and our family together, and that we can celebrate. And I like the dinners that you make, and that you can bring different parts of the dinners. And it was fun when Grandma swung out with me, and she taught me how to hit my heels and stuff. And I'm going to my grandparents, and I really love you.
And we sure have a fun time at St. George. We have a lot of good memories with the family in St. George.
Yeah, that's been fun. Anything else, guys?
Greg, thanks for everything.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to the trip.
Yeah, we look forward to the
cruise.
trip. I don't know if we're going to get this before or after, but Mom and Dad, we love you and appreciate all that you do for us. And
Happy 80th birthday. Going on 60.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
happy birthday, Mom. And just realize that although the generation after you may not have bettered you, the two generations after you is getting better. These guys.
And
So
remember,
your wish is coming true.
we have 2/3 of your brown-eyed grandchildren.
Yeah. So we'll see you later, and we love you, and happy birthday, and we'll see you often.
Have a fun one.
Bye-bye.
Remember, today's the first day of the rest of your life.
Thanks, Greg. Goodbye.
Yeah, Pete. Sorry.
Nobody heard it.
Due to the ridiculous nature of this video, we apologize in advance to anyone who must view it. Ready?
Yeah.
A
1 and a 2 and a buckle my shoe and a 3 and a 4 and a shut the door and a 5 and a 6 and a pick up stick and a 7 and a 8 and a lay them straight and a 9 you're fine and happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, Grandma! Happy birthday! Woo! Happy birthday!
Shut that thing off.
There you go.
You're on, Kathy.
10 reasons why everybody loves Grandma. Number 10, Grandma loves to travel.
Oh, Grandma, you ever been to San Francisco? Or how about Hawaii? That sounds fun. Oh, boy.
Like Persia, somewhere.
Persia, Europe, France. How about California? That's fun too.
Midvale's high this time of year, isn't it? All right.
Okay, number 9, Grandma loves to crochet. Cut. Grandma, did you make this?
Grandma, did you make this? This is nice.
Here's your crochet hook, Grandma.
Here's your crochet hook, Grandma.
Want to make one for me?
Will you make one for me?
Grandma helps with Grandpa's newsletter. Mom, boy, have we got some information for the newsletter for you. Mindy had 10 baptisms in 1 week. Molly scored 12 goals in 1 game. Ellie had job offers for 5 different jobs. Stuart got an A+ in reading, and Tanner cleaned his room this week. Newsletter information.
Your turn, Paul.
Hey, you're going to the symphony. On Tuesday, you have literary club.
Wait.
And just make them up.
Oh, I see.
You're going to a movie, and then you're going to the BYU football game. All this in 1 week. Can you handle this, Grandma?
Are these things that she wants to do or I want to do?
Anything.
Tell me when you're ready,
Just
Paul.
make them up. Wait a minute, we got to do number 7.
Do I have to?
Grandma is a party animal.
All right, you're up, Paul. Okay, Grandma. On Monday we do the BYU football. No, that's not Monday. That's family home on evening. Monday night we do something special with the family. Tuesday's the football game. Wednesday we fish the St. Lawrence, Thousand Islands area, which you can't miss. You need to be there and spend the rest of the week on the St. Lawrence fishing for bass and muskie, and it doesn't matter what you do the rest of the week. Enjoy yourself and have a good trip.
Paul, what's your day job? Number what?
You gotta get Steve.
Well, here, then.
All right, here you go.
Number 6. Grandma loves to garden. You can say anything, make it funny or whatever.
Make it funny.
Grandma,
I'm not very funny on
Grandma,
Sundays,
here's some
but-
weeds. Why didn't you pull these?
Grandma! That's all I have to say. Let me go get Steve. Steve's better.
Oh no, just stuff like, when did you plant these, Grandma? Boy, these are sure looking healthy.
You've done great, Grandma. I like the ferns here. They go very well with the pink flowers that you've got there. You did a very good job. I see that you've missed a spot here in the back. We got some weeds growing back here. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Hey, you're the
10 reasons why everybody loves Grandma. My mom is really a canner. She cans beets, pickles, everything. But I want you to pull stuff out of the cupboard. Mom, Grandma, when did you learn to do rice? Or Grandma, boy, these look professional, these beans. Or, hey, these peaches look really good, Grandma. Can you do something like that? Just improvise? Just maybe 30 seconds? 40, okay. And there you go. Number 5. Grandma is queen of canning.
You know, Grandma, I had no idea that you knew how to can beans like this. Different kinds for chili in the wintertime. What a thrill it is to have you around.
She even makes her own labels.
Wait, start now.
Number 4, Grandma eats our leftovers.
Hey Grandma, do you want these leftovers? Let's see what we got here. We got your week-old pizza. Get a good close-up of that. Salad. How about, let's see, corn dogs. Corn dogs are good. How about, we've got the Five Brothers spaghetti sauce. This is a couple weeks old. Grandma, will you eat this?
Don't open any of those milk.
Get a good
Okay.
shot.
Disney World. Number 3, Grandma is healthy. Do you guys know how healthy my mom is? She exercises every day. She eats healthy. She has most of her own body parts. Maybe not her teeth. But she can even do the splits against the wall. Can you guys do that? Hey, everybody.
Okay, you're on, Kathy.
Number 2, Grandma is provident.
You're up, Matt.
Grandma, thanks for teaching us to only use 1, 2, 3 sheets of toilet paper. And Grandma, thanks for teaching us to water down our ketchup to make sure that we get every last drop. And Grandma, I've been keeping this string now for 6 years, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I have it. And last but not least, Grandma, thanks for teaching us to take the tub water down to the washer so that we can remember to be provident.
All right.
Number 1, Grandma is the greatest mom, grandma, and great-grandma in the whole wide world.
We love you, Grandma.
Thanks for being my mom. Now pan it in on you. And
Can't
say,
pan it on me.
just turn it around. Love you.
How's
love
this
you.
quality? Love you, Grandma.
Okay.
Your mouth is in it.
The end.
The day today is October 4th,
3rd.
and we just got back from General Conference, and we thought that it would be appropriate on this beautiful Sunday to come together and make this video wishing Grandma Rasmussen a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And
Happy
we're
birthday.
happy birthday. Do you guys want to sing happy birthday?
No.
No? Okay. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, why don't we'll have the kids sing happy birthday. I'll sing
No,
happy.
all of us.
Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma Rasmussen. Happy birthday to you. This is Pixel, our dog. Anyway.
Grandma's favorite.
Yeah.
Knock her over.
Anyway, I just wanted to say a couple words about Grandma and my thoughts about Grandma. I think that it's appropriate that we're doing this after a general conference because one of the things that I remember most about Grandma is the example that she set in faithfully fulfilling her role as a member of the church. And I'm very grateful that she raised my father in the church in the gospel and in the ways of the Lord, and I'm grateful that my dad also passed that on to me. And I think that you can have no greater legacy than that. And I'm grateful for that. And I'll always remember the love that we feel at your home, and hope that you celebrate a happy 80th birthday and have fun on the cruise. And
I just wanted to thank Grandma for always being such a great hostess to us whenever we were there. She never even let us help with the dishes, and for all her good cooking and the example she was to me about having such a beautiful garden and being good at food storage. That's a really good example to me. And always remembering birthdays. I'm really terrible at that. And it really meant, I have our scrapbook right here. This is Braden's scrapbook. Can you tell? And I was trying to show him your picture when you came out here for his blessing. That just really, really meant a lot to us. And I can't wait to share that with him when he gets older and when he can understand. Brittany, is there anything you'd like to say?
I like her cooking.
She likes your cooking. Anything else?
I like the garden. I like
going out in the garden. Anyway, this is starting to drag on a little bit, but
we just wanted to wish you happy birthday.
Okay, Brody, go ahead and say something to Grandma. Look right in the camera.
Love you, Grandma. I like playing on your house. Hang on the bar. I like biting my hair. I love you.
All right. Well, enjoy your birthday. Bye bye. Okay. You may have noticed that the date at the bottom of the camera was wrong. I guess it just goes along with our family. Anyway, I just wanted to
Never take us seriously.
Never take it seriously. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm going to include on this tape an interview that I did of Grandma and Grandpa for a family history class I had at BYU that you may find interesting. I thought it was very, very good to get that kind of information from them.
Hi, Grandma. You know what? We're talking to Great Grandma. Say hi, Great Grandma. Hi, Great Grandma.
Who's Great Grandma?
We wanted to wish you a happy 80th birthday, and we want you to know that we love you a lot, and we think you're a wonderful grandma. And we hope you have a fun time on your cruise and that you all enjoy being together, and we look forward to seeing you next time. We don't know when that will be. I'll let Christian say goodbye. Wait, can you see me? Elizabeth's filming right now. Okay, get Daddy film it just to make sure. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, say night-night to Grandma. Say night-night. Night-night.
I want to do it now.
You just, no, Elizabeth.
Can you say,
I love you.
Can you say I love you, Christian?
Love you. He wants it.
Hi, Great Grandma.
Hi, Great Grandma.
We're
Hi.
happy.
We're happy.
We're happy for you. Have a happy birthday.
Here's a little camera hug.
Christian's hugging the camera.
Okay, let's
Take
all
care.
sing. Let's all sing happy birthday now.
Okay, come here, Christian.
Go to Daddy.
No, you don't sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma or Great Grandma. Happy birthday to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I
Here,
do it?
one more time.
Can I do it, Daddy?
I love you, Grandma. Have a wonderful birthday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy 80th birthday, Mom. We hope it's been a good one that's already passed. Before I make my remarks, I just wanted to say that I resolved not to say anything about black bananas. I promised that I wouldn't say anything about everything that goes in the compost pit or about mixing fruit juices with orange juice or anything like that, and especially not anything about teaching cats to fly as they go out the window. So I won't say anything about those things at all. But we seriously would like to wish you a very happy 80th birthday. We have so many fond memories of going home and doing things in the house and in the yard, the garden, the flower gardens, the vegetable garden, all the time we spent together. It would just be impossible really to recall and recount all the wonderful experiences that we've had. I hope you have a chance to read the little note that I wrote and that everybody else wrote. I think you'll feel the real feelings and the real love there. So I'll just end my remarks and turn it to Maxine.
Well, and what I wanted to do was just maybe share one or two real special memories of being in your home. And I think probably one of the things that stands out the most to me is when Julian and I first were married, and you had all these teenagers and little kids running around, and just the efficient way you ran your home was such an inspiration to me. And the way you just accepted me as part of the family and welcomed me as part of the family meant a great deal to me. But one of my memories is Sunday dinners, especially roast beef dinners and gravy. I don't think I've ever had better gravy than what you made, and you became my role model for gravy because I just thought you made the best gravy. But I will just never forget those meals, and as part of those meals, one of the things that I remember was at General Conference, every General Conference, we would come and watch a session with you and have a family meal afterwards, and that was really meaningful to me. I just thoroughly enjoyed it. It was something I'd never had in my family, and I enjoyed and look forward to conference every year to come and do that. And I'm with Jewel. I mean, there's so many memories, but we just wanted to share some specific ones. So I'm going to turn the time over to Mark.
Okay, I guess I've shared fewer memories than my mom and a lot fewer memories than my dad has with you, but I do have memories of you, and I've always thought, I've always admired your strength, your spiritual strength, your physical strength, and your social and emotional strength. And the story that I'm going to share is your story about your physical strength. About when, I think it was your 50th, the 50th wedding anniversary of you and Grandpa, and when we went hiking up into that the red rocks up into the canyons. And I just remember how you kept up with your kids and your grandkids, and I always admired you for your strength, the strength that you have.
This is Sarah Jane. Happy birthday, Grandma. Grandma. I'm excited for you. Thank you for being such a wonderful grandma and such a wonderful mother to my mom, and for putting all of the time and energy and effort that you have into our family. It will set a great precedent for many generations to come. I love you. Happy birthday.